Hi, teacher Thomas. I'm Jessica Quevedo, and now I am going to tell about constructivism. The assumptions of the constructivism are followed by Reno. Reno says, first, thinking derives from knowledge and skills developed in informal instructional settings more than on general conceptual competences that result from one's experience and innate abilities. Second, thinking resides in the mind rather than interaction with persons and situations. Third, process of learning and thinking are relatively uniform across persons, and some situations foster high order thinking better than others. What is constructivism? Okay, Harlow, Cummins, and Aberasturi says constructivism isn't a theory, but rather an epistemology or physiological explanation about the nature of the learning. First, constructivism construct it is a working hypothesis. Knowledge it is no imposed outside people, but rather formed inside them. A person's constructions are true to that person, but not necessarily to anyone else. This is because people produce knowledge based on their own beliefs and experience, which it differs from person to person. All knowledge is subjective and personal and product of our cognitions. Second, the constructivism including cognitive processing, expectations, values, and perceptions of self and others. Okay, contributions, contributions and applications of the constructivism. Constructivism eventually must be evaluated now on wherever it is permits are true or false. Rather, it seems imperative to determine the process wherever students construct knowledge and social developmental and instructional factors may influence that process. Constructivism and teaching. Constructivism empathies integrate curricula and having teachers use materials in such a way that learners become actively involved. Piaget's theory of cognitive development. Piaget's theory covers many types of developmental and is complex. What follows is a concise overview of the major points relevant to constructivism and learning. According to Piaget, cognition develops on four factors. First factor is biological maturation. Second factor is experience with the physical environment. Third factor is experience with the social environment. And fourth is the calibration. The first three are self explanatory, but their effects the effect of the fourth. An equilibration refers to the a biological try to produce an optimal state of equilibrium. Motivation. Constructivism is primarily a theory of human development that in recent years has been applied to learning. Constructivism is applicable to motivation, and some motivational principles explored by research in other theoretical traditions fit well with constructivism. Implicit theories. Motivation researchers have identified two distinct implicit theories, or mindsets, about the role of ability in achievement: entity theory, fixed mindset, and incremental theory, growth mindset. Students who hold an entity theory or fixed mindset view their abilities as representing fixed traits over which they have little control, whereas those who hold an incremental theory or growth mindset believe that their abilities are skills that they can improve through learning. Implicit theories likely are formed as children encounter socialization influence. Research on implicit theories suggests that the premise that learning requires providing students with information to build propositional networks is completed. Constructivist theories vary from those that postulate complete self construction through those that hypothesize socially mediated construction to those that argue that construction match reality. Constructivism requires that we structure teaching and learning experience to challenge students' thinking so that they will be able to construct new knowledge. A core premise is that cognitive processes are situated, located within physical and social contexts. The context or concept of situated cognition highlights this relation between persons and situations. Vygotsky's theory contends that learning is a socially mediated process. Children learn many concepts during social interaction with others, extruding learning environments to constructivism. Vygotsky believed that language and the zone of proximal development are critical for the development of self-regulation. The goal of constructivist learning environments is to provide rich experiences that encourage students to learn. Thank you so much, Teacher Thomas.